Hey everybody, welcome to Tuesday Yoga Flow with Meg. I'm going to wait a couple more minutes until everybody can log in here. Hope everybody's doing well. And if you have any essential oils or crystals or water that you'd like to bring to your mat today, please do so. Also some props and any other support that you need, okay? We'll start in a couple minutes. I'm going to make sure that we are all aligned here. I think we're good. All right. I'm gonna grab my props. Great. I'll wait about one more minute. People can jump on. How's everybody doing? Good, good. Happy May. Can't believe it's almost June. Well, let's go ahead and just get started. I'll just start chatting a little bit before everybody jumps on. If you have a block, go ahead and sit on it, or a bolster, or a pillow, whatever feels good for you today. I'm going to choose this essential oil. This is Thieves, and it's a blend that really supports immune support, respiratory, just an overall detox and cleansing. It smells lovely. It has a lot of anti-inflammatory properties such as rosemary, eucalyptus, clove, and cinnamon and lemon. So if you're looking to also just kind of clean your house and get rid of any toxins and just stuff that's inflaming everything, then I would highly suggest Thieves. I diffuse this all the time. It smells like the holidays to me. It's very warming also. So if you don't have Thieves, no worries. You can even just grab whatever feels good. You can any good, great aroma that's supportive for you today. Thieves is a little hotter. It's kind of got a burning sensation, so you might want to use a carrier oil if your skin is more sensitive to it. But let's just go ahead and get started. I just wanted to say too, I appreciate the continued diligence about everybody that's taking extra precautions during this COVID time. So I know it's different times and the new normal is becoming normal, but continue to stay diligent and take care of yourself and your friends and family. So today's flow is just going to be a lot of twisting, rinsing, grounding postures, just an overall balance to help us stay connected and tuned into our bodies and our minds and our hearts. Okay, so let's go ahead and sit up nice and tall, either on your block or your bolster. You can either sit cross-legged or knees forward like I am. Take some deep breaths in through your nose, out your mouth. One more breath. Last breath. And then begin to get into this rhythm of your Ujjayi breath. As you inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose, so you're sealing your lips, creating this constriction in the back of your throat. There's a gentle whisper that's happening, not only in the audible sound of your exhale, of your breath, but also this kind of diluted whisper that's starting to fade in the back of your mind. So you're becoming a little more present and more focused on just internalizing this practice, this next hour, this next flow for you to fully receive and embrace all of the benefits, the movements of your body, the ability to become more present and aware. And this control of your breath really allows you to just to harness a present mind, to allow all distractions to be set aside, and to really just tune up and balance out your nervous system, creating blood flow, stimulation, strength and flexibility. Go ahead and place your left palm on your heart and your right palm at your solar plexus. So this is our source left palm to connect us to our sense of compassion, kindness and forgiveness, sense of unconditional love. And then our right palm, our source for a healthy, humble ego, this inner confidence and trust. So feel free to choose an intention for your practice today. You might just set out some more compassion for those who need it more, especially right now. Let's take a deep breath in and an open mouth. Release your palms. You can open your eyes when you're ready. Inhale, reach arms up and overhead, fingertips touch. And lean over to your right. Your left hip can stay rooted down. Start to bend into your top elbow, lifting from your side body and your armpits. And then inhale, arms up, lengthen your fingertips up, and then lean over to your left. This time your right hip stays rooted down. Start to stack your shoulder, your elbow, even your hips all in one line, but you're still honoring the curve in your spine. And inhale, arms up, fingertips touch. Now take a gentle twist to the right. Your left palm can wrap around the front knee or the thigh. Feel your chin lengthen back as tuck it back in line, ears in line with your shoulders. Untwist, arms up, fingertips touch. And then over to your left. Right palm can wrap around the knee. Again, back fingers can tuck behind you, torque behind. Untwist, arms up, fingertips touch. Now palms to your knees or your thighs. Now take cow pose. Allow your chest, your heart to open, even your throat can open up. And then exhale, dome round into cat. Curl your chin toward your chest. Couple more. Inhale, heart lengthens. Exhale, dome round. Last one. Neutral spine. Go and drop big circles with your hips or your heart. Hips stay rooted down. You're creating these little mini cat-cows, and then switch directions. You're just awakening all directions of your spine, your core. Find your center. Let's come forward to tabletop position, stacking your shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. You can frame your mat with your blocks. Take cow pose, throat opens, hips spread back. Exhale to dome round into cat. Couple more. Last one. Neutral spine. Now curl your toes and draw big circles with your hips way over to one side and way over to the other. And then finding your center, walk your knees back that couple inches, lift the hips, press back into downward facing dog. So you can deeply bend into your knees or pedal your feet out. Feel your toes spread wide, your biceps roll away from your ears, your heels may lift. You may even take a deeper bend in the knees just to spread the hips to lengthen the back body. And it's all good if your knees stay micro bent or deeply bent. What's most important is that length through your entire spine, that lift, that broadening of your collarbones. Take 3 more deep breaths. Feel your navel pull in toward your sacrum. Continue to build heat with your breath. Last one. And then gaze forward, walk your feet up behind your wrists, come into Ragdoll Pose. So knees can bend a whole lot. Nestle your pinky fingers in your elbow creases and sway a little bit from side to side. Just feel your backside, hamstrings, even your calves start to awaken without forcing anything. And then allow your head to relax relaxed in your neck. You can even shake yes and no, releasing any tension in your shoulders, your upper neck. Then place your left palm underneath your face or in a block. Bend deeply in your left knee. Straighten your right leg. Right arm lengthens upward. Create a straight spine from the spine down through the crown of your head. And then rotate your top wrist one direction, the other. Stretch, reach your arm, and release. Switch sides. Micro bend in the right knee. Lengthen through your left. Feel the whole opening across your torso, your chest. Rotate your top wrist one direction and the other. Stretch, reach your arm, and then release. Block and frame your mat, palms to hips, knees bend, lead with your heart, rise, come all the way up to center, to standing. Inhale, stretch, reach your arms up and over, and then palms glide down to your heart. Samastitihi. Just stay here for a moment as your feet stay hips width distance. Palms can relax down by your sides facing forward. Now go ahead and rock your weight front to back, side to side. Try to just spread out all the weight in the 8 points of your feet until you find that equal rootedness. And without locking your legs, your knees are just a little soft. The hips spread back just a smidge. You're not totally tucked under. You're not totally arching, but you're finding that your shoulders, your chest, even your pelvic bowl is all stacked with that honoring of your natural curve in your spine. Now really ground through your legs as you lift through your heart, pull your navel up and in. This should be pretty active. Now we'll lengthen your arms up and over, soften the shoulders back and down. Continue to pull your navel in, take another breath in. Now exhale, fold forward, palms through heart or stretch them forward. Come all the way down. Now palms to shins, half lift. Shoulder blades can squeeze in, navel pulls in. Plant your palms, step back to plank pose. Stack your shoulders right over your wrists. Fill the back of your heart. Think of squeezing a block in between your inner upper thighs so your legs stay engaged. Now shift forward an inch, and then everyone lower to your knees. We'll awaken our first chaturanga. Shift forward that other inch. Now chaturanga, elbows pull in, squeeze in all the way down to your belly. Toes stay rooted down, back of your neck long. Elbows point back. And then exhale, release your chin down, curl the toes, push up to your plank pose. And then exhale to downward facing dog. Take 3 deep breaths. 2 more breaths. And then 1 more deep breath in. And gaze forward, lightly walk top of your mat. Start to build a little more heat. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, rise, come all the way up to Tadasana. And then palms to heart, exhale. Inhale, arms up. Fold forward, bow forward, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, palms to shins. Exhale, plant your palms. Try to step your opposite leg back to your plank pose. This time, full chaturanga. If you know you need to lower to your knees, feel free to do so. Shift forward an inch. This time, lower halfway, elbows pinned to your ribs, shoulders soften down and away from your ears. Inhale to upward facing dog. The thighs are lifted, shoulders stack over wrists, heels gather toward one another. And then exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Again, 3 deep breaths. Spreading your fingers wide, pulling the navel in. 2 more breaths. Building a little more heat, last breath in. Gaze forward, bend the knees, step, hop, or float, top of your mat. And halfway lift. Exhale to fold forward. Again, rise all the way up to Tadasana. And palms to heart. Inhale, arms up. And fold forward, bow, Uttanasana. Halfway lift. And plant your palms, step back to plank. Chaturanga. Lower halfway, all the way to your version. You can always skip it, especially if you're nursing any injuries or taking a little break. And then press back, downward facing dog. As you inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. Bend your knee, open up through your hip, and draw big circles in and out. And then square your hips, step it all the way through to lunge. Spin your back foot flat so your toes spin out the quarter turn. Rise up to your warrior one. So in your warrior one, your shoulders, your hips square forward. Your arms frame your face. You can can always extend the arms out forward if it's too tight for your shoulders. You can frame face or even interlace your fingers up above your head. Now pin your back knife edge of your foot down, find a deep lunge in your front, and then lean your torso forward a little bit. Spread your hips back just to give room for your low back, your spine. Pull your navel in. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. One more deep breath. And then open it up to Warrior Two. So in your Warrior Two, you have a heel to arch alignment. The arms can extend. Gaze is just beyond your middle finger, your fingertips. And then think of the energy squeezing in between from your feet to your back knife edge of your foot. Shoulders are soft. The glute muscles are super powerful. Reach forward as you inhale, extended side angle. Elbow either to the thigh or the inside. Top arm can reach forward at this diagonal, so you have a straight line from the back knife edge of your foot up through your fingertips. Option to go a little bit deeper, not collapsing. Torso down to the ground, spiraling your heart upward towards the sky. Stay low in your front leg, reverse your warrior. Continue to breathe through your whole right side. Send more energy and attention to your back leg. Take another breath in. And exhale, windmill arms to low lunge. Ground your palms. Now move slowly as you sweep your right leg up and back to three-legged downward dog again. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Re-extend, square your hips. Now move slowly, kiss your knee to your nose, a little bit of core. Shoulders stack over wrists. Re-extend, the right leg lifts, and then knee to your left elbow, maybe the tricep. Re-extend, the right leg lifts, and knee to right elbow or tricep. Re-extend, right leg lifts, and then step it all the way through to lunge again, so your back leg stays lifted. This time, pyramid variation, hips up to the sky. You can rise up to your fingertips. Feel free to use your blocks, framing your front foot. You can also deeply bend or micro bending your knees. Track your front heel back, the back toes forward. All right, and then find your low lunge. Gaze comes forward, spring forward just 1 or 2 steps to a gentle standing split. It's like you're kicking into the wall behind you. Now you can wrap both palms around the ankle, shin. Use your blocks, the floor as you need to. Take one more breath. Consider just leveling your hips though. So it doesn't matter how high this left hip gets. Try to keep your hips squared forward. One more breath. And now exhale, left foot meets your right as you bow down. Now peace finger your big toes like little hooks. Take a half lift to lengthen. And then fold as you bow forward. Elbows go out, chin curls inward. Couple more breaths. And release your toes, palms to hips. Let's slowly rise, come all the way back up. Inhale, arms up and over. And exhale, palms to heart. Draw your feet to touch. Chair pose, sink low. Maybe your fingertips touch the floor. Lengthen up, arms frame your face. Now exhale, palms through heart. Prayer twist to your right. Left elbow hooks to the outside of the knee. Make sure your knees are nice and level. You're retracting left knee to match your right. The collarbones broaden, the shoulders start to stack. Pull your navel in. Take 2 more breaths. Last breath. And exhale, bow down, Uttanasana. Tilt your feet, hips with distance. Palms to hips. Inhale, rise, come all the way back up to center. Now bend the elbows, open your heart and your mouth. Squeeze your shoulder blades in. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold forward, bow, Uttanasana. Halfway lift. And exhale, try to step your opposite leg back. Vinyasa Chaturanga. Lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Your version, exhale, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. Really connect with the length of your exhale breath. Last 2 breaths. Pull your navel in toward your spine. Inhale. And exhale. This time, inhale your left leg up to the sky, bend your knee, open up through your hip. Draw your big circles in and out. And then square your hips, gently step it through to lunge. Pin your back foot flat, toes spin out that quarter turn, rise up to your warrior one. So in your warrior one again, your shoulders, hips square forward, the shoulders soften back and down. You can choose your arms either forward. You can either frame your face or again interlace the fingers. Internally rotate your back thigh, lean your torso forward a little bit to make room for your low back, your spine. Pull your navel in, take a breath in, and then open it up to warrior two. So there's a little footwork, you have that heel to arch alignment. We're just awakening in these postures to go a little deeper. Later on, soften the shoulders down. Feel that connection of feet toward one another. Now reach forward as you inhale. Extended side elbow either to the thigh, inside. Feel that straight line first from the fingertips down through the knife edge of your back foot. The glutes engage. You might go a little bit deeper without collapsing in your upper body. One more breath. And legs stay the same, reverse warrior. Stay low in your front leg. One more deep breath. And windmill arms down. Low lunge. Align your front knee, hips, ground your palms, move slowly as you sweep left leg up and back. Bend the knee, open the hip. Re-extend, square your hips, and then a little bit of core, knee to nose. Shoulders stack over wrists, dome round. Re-extend, inhale left leg to the right elbow of the tricep. Inhale the left leg to the left elbow of the tricep. Inhale left leg. And step it through to lunge. This time pyramid variation, hips to the sky. Again, you can use your blocks as you need or stay high on your fingertips. All right, and then find your low lunge. Gaze forward, spring forward to that gentle standing splits. Again, like you're kicking into the wall behind you, leveling your hips, using the right glutes to lift the heel higher. And then sending breath through and down your left hamstring, choosing any arms, framing, balancing. One more breath. And right foot meets your left. Feet stay, or you can walk them out hips width. This time gorilla, so flip your palms up towards the sky, slide your palms underneath your feet, so your toes kiss the creases of your wrists. Half lift to lengthen and then fold as you bow out. Couple more breaths. Continuing to build that heat. Stretch out your wrists from all the flexion. Draw your feet back to touch. And then chair pose, Leg Tadasana. Sink low, perhaps fingertips touch the floor to find that depth. Lengthen your arms. And then exhale, palms through heart, prayer twist to your left. The right elbow now hooks to the outside of the knee. And just check in that your knees are aligned. The shoulders stack. The navel pulls in. Broaden through your collarbones. Feel your breaths. One more. And untwist, bow down. Palms to hips, knees bend. Inhale, rise. Come all the way up. Arms up and over. And exhale, palms to heart. Inhale, arms up. And this time, go ahead and widen your feet to hips with distance. Bend into your knees and then interlace your fingers back behind you like you're cradling your palms into the crown or behind your head. Elevate your heels so you're in this really deep, kind of cushiony, squatty stance. Spread the hips back. Continue to apply a little pressure in your palms and then reach over to the right. Building this side bend, this gentle tuck through the right ribs. One more breath in. Reach over to your left, tucking through the left ribs. Softening the top shoulder, opening your throat. Come back into center. Round your heels, stand tall. Bend your elbows, open your heart and your mouth. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold forward, bow, Uttanasana. Halfway lift. And this time squat and curl into a tiny little ball. Heels lift, don't round. All right, now round your palms. Move on to crow pose. Akasa, so our little bit of arm balance. If you know it, feel free to get on into it. The palms are shoulder width distance. I'll talk you through it if not. The hips lift up nice and high. The elbows bend so they're reaching toward your shins. Gaze comes forward, throat opens away from your chest. Pull your navel in, spread the fingers wide. Allow the knees to rest behind the meaty parts of your arms. Feel the back of your heart, engage through your glutes, and perhaps lift one toe, maybe the other up and off. Squeeze your elbows toward one another. If you're comfortable with crow, you might work towards straightening your arms. You might work towards lifting a knee up and off. Perhaps just getting the crown of your head or your forehead towards a block is another great trick. You can use the block about a foot in front of you. And then as you prop your weight forward, you can let the toes touch, resting the crown to the block. All right, when you're done, let's go and grab your block, your prop. We'll sit into floor frog with your block behind your glutes, your hips. So from here, you can actually widen your feet to the wide edges of your mat. And you'll walk your feet forward in line in front of your knees so that you can dip your heart forward. You'll press your elbows into your knees, opening the knees up nice and wide, tucking your chin so the back of your neck is long. Pulling your navel in. You can take a mudra, either thumb to middle finger, index, pointer finger, but roll onto the knife edges of your feet. This is a great posture to open up through your groins, your hips, your low back, especially if you've been walking, hiking, yogaing, halfway lifts, forward folds, climbing, sitting. So let's take 5 deep breaths here, just to relax in your groins, your hip flexors, your glutes. One more breath. All right, and let's just gently release. We'll walk your feet to a line so that they're parallel with the sides of your mats. Release your block, stand to a mini prasarita. So feet at mats with distance. Place your left palm down or on your block. Bend gently in the left knee, reach right arm up. Try to create a straight flat spine. Now this time, take your palm to your low back option or to your inner left hip crease. Tucking through the left ribs, opening through your shoulders and your heart now. Re-extend and then release. Micro bend in the right knee. Extend, reach through your left. You can stay here, really breathing through this outer left IT band. Palm to low back or inner right hip crease. Again, opening through your shoulder, your chest. Re-extend the arm and release it down. Now palms to hips. Use your glutes. Lead with your heart and rise. Come all the way up to center. Inhale, stretch arms up and over. And exhale, palms to heart. Now hop your feet to touch. Place your right foot rooted down. We'll take towards the top of your mat. Left knee lifts up about hip height. Single leg Tadasana. Straighten your arms up and over. Frame your face. Rotate your left ankle one direction and the other. Cross ankle over, figure 4, over your right thigh. Sink down low like you're sitting in a chair. Palms can come to heart. You can rest elbows to your shin, your foot. Perhaps wrap palms around the ankle or the shin. But lengthen through your spine as if it's being pulled in opposite directions. And then stretch, reach, arms back up. Hike your knee up hip height, flex through the floating foot. Now open twist to your left. You can use your right palm as a little torque to turn around the outer knee or the thigh. Option to also peace finger the big toes. Knife edge of your foot. Continue to extend your leg. You You can keep your floating knee bent. Most importantly is that lift in your tall spine, rather than crunching, doming, or rounding like a cat pose. Come back, frame your face, single leg Tadasana. Now palms through heart. Extend the heel back, dip your heart forward for airplane Akasa. Palms can stay at heart, you can fly, frame your hips or frame your face. Vira 3. Feel free to micro bend in the standing leg. It should feel really free. No pain in your low back or hamstrings. One more breath. Low flyer, palms to heart. Micro bend in the standing leg. Now trace the toes way, way back. Palms come down, low lunge. Frame your front foot, ground your palms, sweep right leg up and back, three-legged downward dog. Bend your knee, open up through your hip. Draw your big circles in and out. Square your hips. Now this time, half pigeon, knee toward right wrist. Lower your back knee. Gaze can come back behind, making sure that your shoulders are soft. Oh, here comes my dog. Hi, Bean. Okay, give him a little cameo. Hi, Bean. Okay. Bean says hi. All right, shoulders square forward. If you know it's best to go to your back or wedge a block underneath your right hip, you can do that too. You can stay tall or come on down to your elbows or forearms. So try to make it active so that the front shin pulls back thigh forward. So you're not completely relaxed, you're just still maintaining kind of like an active, static stretch in your hips. Take 3 more deep breaths. Palms underneath your shoulders, curl your back toes, try to reverse the crunch. Again, to sweep your right leg up and back, 3-legged down dog. And release, downward facing dog. Optional vinyasa, shift forward as you inhale. Exhale, lower halfway, chaturanga, or all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, use your core, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. 2 more, inhale. Charging through your legs, lifting through your thighs. Last deep breath in. Heels lift, gaze forward, bend the knees, step, hop, or float, top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise, all the way up to Tadasana, and palms to heart. This time, grounding to your left. The right knee lifts, hip height. Leg is at about 90 degrees. Rotate, arms up and frame your face. Rotate your right ankle, one direction, and the other. And open twist to the right. Breathe across your chest, your shoulder. Option, left palm can wrap around the outer knee. Or again, you can peace finger the big toe, extend the heel. Focus on your gaze, your drishti, to support your balance. Again, open through your heart, your chest, try not to collapse, and dome and round in your low back or upper back. Come back to center, to that standing tall, lifting through your heart, and figure 4, cross your right ankle over your left thigh, palms through heart this time. Either staying here, palms to heart, resting, elbows to your knee, your ankle, maybe framing and wrapping around your calf. Spine being pulled in opposite directions. Take your time, grow tall, single leg Tadasana. Now palms through heart, airplane Akasa. Extend your heel back, dip your heart forward, creating a little gentle bird or up dog in your chest, your heart. Flex through your floating foot, palms can stay at heart. You can fly, framing your hips. Or Vira Bhadrasana 3, frame your face. Check in that your standing leg feels pretty comfortable. You can always deeply bend or micro bend in the knee. One more breath. Palms to heart, low flyer, chamber or micro bend in the standing leg. And the back toes step away way, way back. Low lunge, palms down underneath your shoulders. You reverse the crunch, sweep your left leg up and back. Bend the knee, open your hip. Draw your big circles in and out. Square your hips. And now half pigeon, knee toward left wrist. Check in with this side as it's different. So you might wedge the block. I'm going to for this side, or go to your back. Lift your hips, make sure or your heart, make sure the toes aren't cyclicking in or out. You want them directly behind you. And then go ahead and relax down to your elbows or your forearms. Make it active, so you're scissoring this energy from the back thigh, pulling in, the front shin, tugging back. Continue on with your breaths, that same control. And let's slowly rise. Ground your palms underneath your shoulders. Curl your back toes and slowly sweep your left leg up and back. Three-legged down dog. And you can bend the knee, shake it out, downward facing dog. All right, when you're ready, inhale, shift forward, optional chaturanga. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Deep breath in, 3 breaths. Let's take a cleansing breath out. One more, breathe in. Seal your lips, inhale, right leg up to the sky, and exhale to little lunge. So the back knee is stacked, back heel is lifted, ground rise up to high lunge or crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. So the knee stacks over the ankle, arms frame your face, shoulders, hips are squared forward. You can lean your torso forward again a little bit, ground through your back, ball down of your foot. Now exhale, palms through heart to revolve crescent lunge over to your right. Left elbow hooks to the outside of the knee. Broaden through your collarbones. 3 more deep breaths, using this rinsing, this twisting as your opportunity to cleanse, to massage your internal organs, to massage your spine and lubricate. 1 more. And untwist to runner's lunge, so both palms come to the inside of your front foot. Toe wheel your foot up into the top right corner of your mat. You can stay up on the palms or come down to elbows, block forms. Front knee can drape out to the right side. You can either relax in the upper body, shoulders. I like to take this variation where you kick your back heel in toward your glutes. Without completely relaxing in your pelvis, you're actually lifting your hips a little bit. That same energy of the front shin tucking back, the back thigh pulling forward. Even your elbows can ground as you tug your sternum forward. All right, let's slowly rise back up to your palms. We'll take your quad stretch, so left palm comes down or on a block. You can even turn your fingers out about a quarter turn. Right arm opens up and back for your back toes. Guide your heel to the outer left side of your hip. As you tuck through your left ribs, opening your heart up towards the sky, rinsing, twisting. Release your toes, back knee lifts. Walk your front foot to align with your heel, back heel, and then you'll turn to face forward, lunging into your right knee, coming into a deeper hamstring stretch. So you're kind of bouncing gently in your right knee as it's comfortable. Palms can either stay rooted, you can reach palms to heart, you can even lift your hips a little higher. And then we'll go ahead and cross over to your left. A gentle lunge in your left, flexing through your right foot. Either palms out forward, palms to heart, perhaps lifting. And let's find your center now. Prasarita, so parallel your feet. Palms underneath your shoulders, half lift in your heart, and then hinge forward. So same thing, push down, half half lift in your heart. Now right palm underneath your face, fingertips to strengthen your climbing yogi fingers. Reach left arm up. You can take your half bind, top palm to the low back or inner hip crease. Re-extend, release, switch sides, left fingers down, right arm up. Again, you can take that half bind or inner hip crease. Re-extend and release. Now half lift in your heart. Steer your right toes to the front, low lunge, ground your palms. Now little core again, we'll just keep your knee toward your nose, stacking your shoulders over wrists. Knee toward left elbow, knee toward right elbow. Re-extend and downward dog. Optional vinyasa, shift forward or skip it. Up dog or cobra, and downward dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, hips stay square. Exhale, step through to lunge, knee stacks over ankle, high lunge, Untitled. So again, the back heel's lifted, shoulders stack. You can lean your torso forward a little bit. Think of that same connection, back toes, back leg, slicing forward, back foot pulling back. So you don't overstretch the right side, hip flexors or groins. Now exhale, palms through heart, revolve crescent to your left, the right elbow hooks. So the twist will follow the gaze as you slowly rinse. Turning from your mid-spine, breathing in that stretch of your glutes. One more. You guys are doing great. And untwist to runner's lunge. Palms come to the inside of your front foot. Toe the foot to the top left corner. Again, palms can stay there. You can lower down, the knee can drape out left. Hips might dip down low. You might even bend the back knee and glide the back knee forward, front knee back. All right, let's slowly rise back up to your palms for your quad stretch. Right palm down, fingertips can turn out about a quarter turn. Push into your bottom shoulder, reach back, kick back for your toes, guiding the heel to the outer right side of your hip. Exploring your rinsing, your twist, and then opening up through your chest and shoulders. Gently release. This time, back knee lifts. So we'll start to walk your front foot to align with your back heel. Spinning, rolling onto the left. Flexing through the right foot. Either palms to heart, fingers down. Breathing into your groins, hamstrings again. And then we'll go on to the other side. Right toes spin out a quarter turn. Lunging in your right, palms might stay at heart. And then finding your center. Alright, so walk your palms so that they're underneath your shoulders and you're bent into your knees. I'm going to work on some wide-legged handstand hops. So it doesn't matter how high or wide you go, but you'll bend your knees, push down, shoulders away from your ears. You'll take a kind of squatty bend, you'll take your little hops. And again, it doesn't matter how high you go, but think of this quiet landing and you're using your fingertips to support your balance. And with that curve in your spine, with that flexing through the shoulders and the arms, you might find nice little lightness. Now push down, half lift, nice job. Bend into your left knee, low lunge to the front, palms under shoulders. Little core, knee to nose, shoulders stack over wrists, knee to right elbow, knee to left elbow. Left leg lifts, and downward facing dog. Final optional vinyasa, your choice. Up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Deep breath in. Let it go. top or float through. And you know what? I'm going to show you how you can work on floating through to a seat. So if you have your blocks, go ahead and either make them nice and tall, like medium tall, or shoulder width, shorter width, hips width distance, so a little bit wider than your hips. Now from a downward dog, a short downward dog, I'll try to do this in slow motion because we've been doing a lot of this pushing away from you, that support with your crow pose, the handstand hops. And one way to do this is that as you gaze forward, you'll take a cat pose, and then you'll curl the knees in close toward you. And now you can cross at your ankles, curling the knees in, swinging the legs all the way through. So I'll show you again, slow motion. I'll try to do it slow motion. Gazing forward, bending the knees, crossing the ankles, swinging the legs through. Now it's important to keep your shoulders stacked over your wrists because it's all about stacking and the use of bone structure, right? Thanks, saw those hearts. So you can play around with this, it's really fun. Another way just to work on your core and this trusting of your shoulders is by pushing down, lifting your hips, maybe lifting, can't see my feet, maybe lifting your ankles. Okay, so you're pushing down and away. All right, let's go ahead and release your blocks, release your glutes. Micro bend your knees, lift your heart, your arms, stretch your arms forward, grab a hold of your feet. And you can't see my feet, but go ahead and give yourself a nice massage along your feet. As most of you may know, some regulars, giving your feet some nice lubrication and energy and blood flow, and then work your massage up your ankles, your calves, to your thighs. Push down, thumbs away from your hips. Wrap your fingers around your low back, around your sacrum. Lean your torso forward, curl your knuckles, and just give yourself some nice little taps, love taps in your upper glutes. Take 3 swipes down your legs, dusting off whatever you can release. Any bad vibes, negative juju, anything you can let go of, just let it all roll off and away from your toes. Take a deep breath, sit up nice and tall. Open mouth. Flip your palms up towards the sky and then very slowly, using your core, lower down, 1 vertebra at a time. Once you're down, stretch your arms up and over. Stretch your legs forward and then let your hips, your glutes lift so you do feel that little curve in your low back. As if I can, slide my hand underneath. Okay. Feel that natural curve. And then go and bend into your knees, noticing that curve. Feet stay at hips width distance. Now fingertips touch your heels. Pigeon toe your toes in just a little bit. And then ground through your feet as you peel your pelvis up and off. Shuffle your shoulders in a whole lot. Think of squeezing a block in between your inner upper thighs. Rolling your thighs in. Spreading the hips back. Stretching your knuckles toward your heels. Take 2 more deep breaths. One more deep breath. Release your arms. Go and lift the hips, lift the heels. Slowly lower all the way down, 1 vertebra at a time. Now do the opposite of that, lift in your low back. Click your knees to touch. Peel your pelvis, kind of tuck it under so there is this flattening of your low back to the mat, the floor. Counterbalancing your pose, tuck your chin so the back of your neck is long. And then allow the hips to roll forward again so you're inflating that low back lift, right? So you can see that little curve. Now open the knees, wide feet at that wide edges of your mat. Knees now drape over to your right. Elbows can bend now like cactus arms. Now cross your right ankle over your left thigh as you gaze left. You can close your eyes. Use the leverage of your right ankle on top of your left knee. Breathing across your left quad, hip flexors. Breathing into your spine in this twist. Feeling out your breaths again. And releasing your feet to the wide edges of your mat. Hips come back to center in that natural curve, right? There's that lift, knees draped to your left. Gazing right. Hooking left ankle across your right thigh. Breathing, opening across your hips, your quads. And then slowly come back into center. Align your knees. Now hug them in toward your chest. Tuck your chin and back of your neck long. Rotate your ankles again, one direction and the other. And then cup your palms over knees. Allow the knees to open up like you're drawing separate circles on the ceiling. And switch directions, out, forward, and in. And then stack your feet over your knees. Roll your glutes forward. You might rock from side to side, or straddle one leg or the other. And hug your knees in toward your chest. Give yourself a nice loving embrace. Forehead can wrap in toward your knees. Take a deep breath in and release and relax to Shavasana, your final pose. Okay, nice and comfortable. You can widen your feet to the wide edges of your mat or a little wider. Shoulders shuffle in a bit to open your heart. But even here, get settled in your back body. So feel your heels root down, so your glutes actually lift up from the earth for a moment. Relax your glutes back down so you do feel your spine in that natural curve. You're not forcing a tuck, you're not forcing an arch. Your chin bows toward your chest just a smidge. There's an opening across your chest and your shoulder blades. Palms face upward towards the sky, staying really open and receiving and just internalizing this practice. You might take cleansing breaths to allow your breath control to disappear now. And as you allow your breath control to let go, you can shift into this understanding, this compassionate sensation over your body. Tuning into your energy and how you feel. You might tune back into your intention that you set, offering that compassion to others that need it more so now than ever before. I invite you to stay here for as long as you can, as long as you are comfortable and can rest. Check in with your intention or your meditation. And if you're ready to reawaken, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rotate your wrists and your ankles. Stretch your arms up and over. Take a full breath in. Let it go. And then bend into your knees, rolling onto one side in a supported a fetal position. Your bottom arm can be used like a pillow, and the top palm can just ground you into the earth. And then gently rise back up to your seat. You can sit on block or bolster, so it's comfortable for your spine so that you can feel your spine lift up in that really healthy, tall posture. Hips are rooted down, glutes spread back, heart is lifted. Then reach your arms up and over, connecting your palms to prayer, resting them at your heart as you bow toward your bright heart. And just check in with your heart and your ability to feel that compassion, to tune in to a little more forgiveness, kindness, not only for yourself, but to support others from this really authentic place as you connect with you in your heart. And palms rise to third eye, source of intuition and wisdom, insight. And palms up to the crown, trusting this process. And we bow to the earth. Love and light. I thank you guys. Namaste. Thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your day. Drink lots and lots of water, of course. If you have any questions for me, go ahead and shoot me a message. Or any questions on essential oils, I'm going to take another drop of my thieves. As I explained it earlier on, I'm going to take a drop in my mouth this time. It's so good, yummy, decreasing inflammation, fresh breath, great for your digestion, wakes you up. I will be here again next Tuesday at noon, so hope to see you then. Thanks for flowing with me today, you guys. Miss you in the flesh. Bye.